So I decided to do a review on the Uber Soca cruise that I decided to take part in this year. I was on the second ship, and I'm a newbie to the whole Uber experience. But I'm an avid cruiser and an avid traveler, do a lot of traveling. So I have kind of ideas of some of the questions people have thrown at me in terms of what your experience was like on the Uber cruise. Everybody's experience is going to be different. So I'm here just to probably answer a few questions. I know ship 1 and ship 2 was completely different in terms of, firstly, people. But I have my biases against ship 2, and I'll speak to that. The experience on ship 1, for me, it doesn't matter because I wasn't there. It doesn't matter. I think, if you miss that, you miss it. We bought these tickets, these cruise ship tickets. Didn't decide on whether or not we should take this cruise because, we wasn't certain that, but we looked at last year and people talking about it and said, man, let's go, man. We sensed doing a lot of carnivals this year, and it was a hype year for carnival worldwide. So we said, let's do the cruise ship. We did EDM cruises, and that's electronic dance music. The Groove Cruise is probably the biggest floating music festival in the world. And we did that, and that was a hit. That was probably one of the most fun times I've ever had at any type of event. So I said, man, I don't even like electronic dance music, but I had an awesome experience. So imagine if we go on the Soca cruise. So we decided to take a leap and we went on the Uber Soca cruise. Another selling point was the whole Royal Caribbean. Last year was Carnival. I said, I'm not doing anything that Carnival has their name on any ship. That Carnival, I'm not interested. So once they say Royal Caribbean, they had me sold on that too, because I did the Oasis of this, the Allure of the Seas, and that boat was fantastic. And now we, being aboard this particular ship, it's in one of their fleet now. I said, man, that's a no-brainer. So we decided to go on the ship. The cost price was affordable. We paid and advised people to pay something down, pay the deposit and pay something every month. It makes it a bit easier when you do it like that. And it worked out about shy of $2,000 for me and my wife to go aboard this cruise. The check-in, we took a late check-in. I always advise people do a later check-in on the cruise ship because everybody's trying to get on the cruise ship at 11 a.m. So do a later check-in. The port is going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of cruises leaving. Everybody's from different lines going to be at that port, with taxis and all that stuff. So what we decided to do is to opt to come. The boat leaves at 5, so we do a 3 o'clock, 3:30 check-in. We had some alarm shit going on. Look like the gate stuck. Boy, we can't get on the boat. That's when you're late. Check the technicians coming out. Boy, let's go. Let's fix this thing. Let's get this right. Time to go. Just bring us little technicians to fix the boat. There we go. Check-in was a breeze, man. It took us like maybe 5 minutes from security to get registering on the boat, checking in, and getting to the cruise, loading ramp to get on board the cruise ship. Now, when we get to the ramp, you got the people on board already going through their drills, So definitely, probably missed the drills. People don't like to go to the drills. So, that's one of the key things to remember. Try to get a late check-in to avoid long lines and being frustrated in that whole welcome process. If you're a first-time traveler, I recommend that you get there a little bit early. Second thing is, what do you pack? I'm not bringing a bunch of stuff on no cruise ship. I did a carry-on bag. I'm a fella that wears just board shorts, I'm going to be bareback throughout, showing skin. My wife just bikinis. I think what Uber did, with the themes in terms of, the day theme and the evening theme was, if you on a cruise ship, you're going to be around that pool. Everything was centered around the pool. Everything should be resort wear or just pool wear, man. Make the theme around bikinis and board shorts, with a little bit of tricked out, whatever you need to do. Keep it simple, I carried one pair of shoes and slippers, because I know we're going off island to Haiti, and slippers I had on, and board shorts, and just, shirt tanks to go inside, tanks or V-necks like what I'm wearing now to go inside the restaurant. So keep it simple, and then, the process of getting off the ship will be easier because you carry your bags right off and you don't have to wait on your bag at customs. We go through immigration and we jump in a cab or and head straight to the airport. So that headache and that stress of getting on and off the cruise ship, I advise people to make sure pack stuff that fits in a carry-on bag. That's just me. The vibe, it's there. It's, once Caribbean people are gathered in one place, you're gonna have vibes. You're gonna have vibes. Whether there are 20 people on board, or 3,000 people in one place, you're gonna have vibes.
From a rich inside the session, I drunk already. I see a sexy girl, I want to walk already. I drink about 10 buckle of rum already. I don't take a selfie, Instagram already.
It was a debate between the first ship and the second ship. I saw videos of huge amount of people on that first ship. Me personally, I couldn't do that after a day or two. I think that you might have 3,000 people aboard a ship, but 3,000 people are not going to be around the pool at the same time. So it gets kind of claustrophobic to be in that environment, and the intensity always high, and people are wild and water's rolling, and just the intensity is high. After a while, that's for me. I can't take that. The second ship worked because it's more intimate. You got more space. Me and my wife could have sit around the pool when we wanted to after jumping up and being wild for a bit. We could have sit down and just chill and have drinks and just lounge in the pool while the vibes still going on. So the second ship was more intimate. The hype man, Patrick was at the pool and he was just there's more space to see him do his thing. This guy, DJ Blaze, he just was from, I don't know where he's from, but some red mohawk and black mohawk. He was just epic, man. So I think that the whole environment, whether you were on the first ship or second ship, you didn't really miss anything. It depends on what you're looking for. People talked about getting a lower price for being on ship 2. I paid full price to be on ship 2, but maybe they did give out some discounted thing later down. That happens with anything, man. It's gonna happen for good Black Friday. It's gonna happen. It happens in Carnival when you last minute costumes. It happens. So I guess but sometime you might wait late and think you're getting a deal and might be no more room like boat 1. They didn't have any deals because they were sold out. That's just what it is, Alcohol. I did a piece, people, I'm a cruise ship avid traveler. You're talking about one of the top ships, Royal Caribbean. There is no negotiating on alcohol on those vessels. Now, I don't know what type of arrangement Uber had with Royal Caribbean, but cruise ships don't make any money on selling rooms. They sell the rooms to get you on board so that you can buy alcohol, you can gamble, and keep you out there at sea in the international waters so they can maximize every dollar out of you. I think the average person could spend $400 on a cruise ship. That's what they try to get you to spend, from internet, alcohol, like I said, to gambling, the duty-free liquor, shopping. You know, they try to get you spend money, even on island. You know, they don't let you. You know, if you remember Juve, go into Juve, the cruise ship still control the bars. It's their private island, so that's where they're gonna make their money from. But I think they could have done a better job in giving more drink specials dedicated to the Uber Soca cruise, and they had 1 or 2 or 3 drink specials, you know. But you could have had maybe for certain events, they could have worked out something where a certain drink was for a very low price or 2 drinks included, and then you start to buy. So there's some stuff that you could play with, but the cruise ship is there to maximize every dollar from their customer once they board and they leave the port. The restaurants, talk with the food. Food is food to me. It was okay. What do you expect on a cruise ship? They had specialty dining, which you pay a little bit more to go and you could eat not the free, what they give free. It's like you pay a little bit more on especially sushi, you know. So I did that once in a while, you know. The sit down dining, Caribbean people don't sit down and eat, man. The dining room's empty, nobody going to the dining room to eat. Everybody's just partying and probably going to the Wind Drama buffet upstairs. You're not going to get good food in a buffet. You're not going to get good food in a buffet. You're going to get food that's prepared around the clock. So, you know, and they try to do a good job of making it about the Caribbean, but we got to understand that, you know, they're not going to, they for safety reasons and health reasons, you know, I thought they could have allowed, you know, maybe a Caribbean chef to come on and do some stuff, but I understand cruise ship of safety. Once we get out there, you got to make sure that everybody is safe in terms of health, because one person gets sick, the whole ship in problems. I think the events, let's talk about the events, you know, artists and stuff. Me personally, I would have limited the artists on board the ship. The artists slowed down the whole vibe. It's the vibe, it's intensity with the DJs playing and everything, and then once the artists came on, especially not the big name artists, you know, and some big name artists actually slowed the whole thing down. It just, you know, people just standing around looking at the artists perform, you know, the whole energy of the night or the daytime when some artists came on, certain artists came on stage. Juve was just off the chain. I left when, I'll talk about Juve, but I left when certain artists came on stage, because after a while, you know, they didn't play any music, and they playing at a hype weight with the hype man and the DJ. So I felt more DJs need to be featured on the Uber Soca cruise. The EDM cruise is all about the DJs. Electronic dance music is all about the DJs. So I believe that we could feature more of the Caribbean DJs on this cruise ship and have 1 or 2 big name artists, because who's gonna come next year when you're not every artist basically on board the Uber Soca cruise. Another thing was I really wanted to see Bunjay Garland perform. It's my favorite artist, and he performed for like 15 minutes at the last night, and I think it was an issue. You know, even Bunjay said it, there was no energy, but bro, Juve, all these other stuff going on, people party for like 4 days. You know, people try to find energy, but you perform on the last day when people are ready at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I gotta catch a flight at noon the next day. You know, I was there just to see him. big pet peeve was, you had on ship 2, you had older people on board who liked soca music and who really wasn't into all of that water throwing and gyrating and all that stuff 24/7. They just wanted to hear the music. So I looked this up and I think Cass did it, the band, Bunjay did it, in the theater, man. I wanted to just, after a day of Juve, is probably another way they could utilize the artist, man, probably at the, in the theater or probably at the piano bar. Let them sing in acoustic and slow down the music. I'll play a little clip so you can see what I'm talking about.
And I feel like yes, I feel like I'm winding away, feeling so nice, so nice, so nice. Sun beating on me, but it's alright, alright, alright. And I feel like I just win $1 million. Everybody watching me, wearing $1 million colors. They wanna talk on this.
I'll tell you I have it, hey. Tell you I have it. I'll tell you I have it, Lord. Tell you I've got it, hey. Everybody let me see you clap those hands. Come now and let me see you clap those hands. Everybody let me see you clap, no matter where you are. Come now and let me see you clap. Bunch of girl in Asylum Viking, we here tonight. This is the unplugged version, just past TV tonight.
Could have used Mappy. I wanted to hear her. She was excellent.
Side to side, side to side. Let's go, y'all. Yeah. Everybody know.
Plays the violin and just a nice evening, drinking my cognac and just chilling by by a bar or just hearing a play. And you got the drummer, you could use, and just Cass and just letting Bungie them slow the lyrics down so you could just hear it and enjoy just a low intensity type of soca chill night, man. Juve was probably my best time. We bought on 80. We went to Juve and the sun was hot. The paint sitting out in the sun, supposed to be cool, but that was hot on your back. But once it got started, it was on fire.
If you don't like soca, that's your business. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Iowa George, he took that thing to another level. Just have everybody running in the water, people breaking off tree limbs, do something crazy. How can you go to the Fed if you don't want to get wet? It was just epic. Getting to your section, they just had it pumped. I think that was rocking from for about 3 hours non-stop, you know, until an artist came on stage and you know, and slowed it down a bit, and that's when I left. I left for, you know, as Kirsten played, because my whole intensity dropped. You know, everything was slowed down. You know, I like the band. I just don't think that certain things have a place. But it was an experience. I have nothing really bad to say about the Uber experience, because it was a task in putting that on, and just to see it evolve based on what the video I've seen, it's just something different. I think one thing I took away from this whole experience was you get the opportunity to meet promoters. I meet promoters, meet the DJs, and you're meeting the same people, and you're on the boat with them for 4 days. You know, up close and personal with the artists, up close and personal with certain designers, event planners, even people who selling products. You know, so the networking value that you got from this particular event, I couldn't pay for that, because I'm into Carnival also from the Bahamas. So that's what I took away, which was unforgettable for me. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. I mean, you know, I think me and my wife went, and we went with no friends, none, and we met people on board from all parts of the Caribbean, and we got to get to know them, and I don't think you can get that anyplace else. I mean, it was just, that's why that's why I liked the cruise itself. Check out my YouTube channel. I'm just getting it started. I'm just getting into this whole vlogging thing. I wanted to do this review because people had a iffy type of vibe about coming to Uber Soca Cruise, but I tell them, man, it's worth it. Certain things they have to work on and they get better. That's why we do these things. But if I had to do it again, without a doubt, man. So once again, thank you.